Hey buddies, it's me, Titi. Today we are going to make trail mix cookies. Ooh, those look like such a fun snack to take on a nature hike. Before we get started, remember that Titi wants you to be extra safe. So make sure you always have a grown-up there with you to help out in the kitchen. Let's get started. I've got a small bowl here for my dry ingredients. So I am going to start with 1 cup of flour. Next up, we are going to put 1 cup of rolled oats. To that, let's add half a teaspoon of baking soda. And half a teaspoon of baking powder. Now let's add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And for the last of the dry ingredients, let's do half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I love the smell of cinnamon. Now I'm gonna take my spoon and give it a good stir. It shouldn't take long. Just keep mixing until the dry ingredients are combined. That looks pretty good to me. So for now, I'm gonna set this bowl to the side and get out another bowl for my wet ingredients. And to that, I am going to start with half a cup of sugar. Can't have cookies without sugar. Next up, let's do half a cup of brown sugar. Now let's add 1 stick, which is also half a cup, of softened unsalted butter. Now let's mix it until the butter is fully combined with the sugar. Feel free to use an electric mixer if you have one of those. But if not, don't worry, we're just gonna do it by hand today, and these cookies turn out just as good no matter which method you use. Doing great so far. Next up, let's add 1 large egg, as well as 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Excellent! Now let's mix it up until the egg is fully combined. That looks about right to me. I don't want to overmix it, so I'm going to just leave it like that and add in the dry ingredients and then mix it up again. Keep on mixing until you see that the flour has disappeared into the rest of the batter. Remember, raw cookie dough might look and smell yummy, but we don't want to eat it until it's been fully cooked in the oven. Now this should start coming together and really looking like cookie dough. You might find your arms start to get tired right about now, but don't worry, it'll be worth it in the end when we have a batch of delicious cookies. There, that's looking pretty good. Time to add our final ingredients that really turn these into a trail mix cookies. Let's add half a cup of white chocolate chips, half a cup of crushed up pretzels, and half a cup of miniature M&Ms. Those make it really colorful. Now let's mix it up until the toppings have combined evenly. Feel free to substitute any of those ingredients, the white chocolate chips, the pretzels, or the M&Ms, for whatever your favorite trail mix ingredient is. Some other fun ones I like to use are raisins, chocolate chips, and peanut butter chips, but you can get creative with it. If you like nuts, cashews, or peanuts are a great add-in as well. Looks fantastic! Our cookie dough is ready to be scooped into little cookie balls. So for that, I have 2 baking pans that I have prepared with parchment paper so our cookies won't stick to the bottom of the pan. Also, don't forget to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Now I'll take my trusty ice cream scooper to scoop out even-sized balls of cookie dough. Be sure to leave a few inches of space between each cookie to give them some room to spread out a little bit in the pan. These cookies are so totally filled with fun ingredients. I can't wait to try them. Time to put our cookies into the oven. Be careful, it's pretty warm in there. Let's bake these cookies for about 15 minutes or until they spread out a little bit and get a little bit golden brown. Our cookies are ready. Let's take them out of the oven. Got my hot pads to protect my hands. Those smell delicious. You can really smell the cinnamon. They look terrific. Nicely spread out and slightly golden brown. Exactly what we want. Well, let's leave them on the pan to cool for about 5 minutes or so until we move it onto the cooling rack. I've got my spatula, so I'm ready to move them onto the cooling rack. I'll just give these cookies a couple more minutes and then they'll be ready to eat. I am so excited to give these cookies a taste. Let's see how they turned out. That's extra good. I love the pretzels in here. I know pretzels may be a weird ingredient in a cookie, but it's totally perfect. Just gives it a nice little crunchiness. And the M&Ms are so good. They're a little bit melty on the inside. It's perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I had a blast making these amazing trail mix cookies. I hope you'll give this recipe a try and feel free to experiment with your own fun trail mix add-ins. Then take it with you on a hike or just enjoy it anytime as a special dessert treat. I'll see you again soon, and happy creating!